Good morning, good afternoon, and Happy New Year's. This is your New Year celebration from the Halloween Horror Events podcast. And if you're wondering why we're saying that, we're going to drop the HHE. We're now going to be the Halloween Horror Events podcast. And we are here for the new year to give you what we think might be coming to Halloween Horror Nights in 2025. We've got 5 TV shows, 5 movies, and 5 originals. And we're going to let you know what we think is going to be coming for this year. So, without further ado, I can't really do this on my own. I could, but you just don't want to listen to this boring voice all day long. I've got 2 fantastic hosts. One of them was wearing a stupid hat. Hey, Phil, how you doing, mate?
I thought you was.
Well, mine's on theme, on horror themed.
So I don't think I look like an 80s rapper.
Well, you don't want to see what's underneath these glasses. And also, we have Joe back. He's finally showed up. He's been let out of the dungeon. He is alive. He is here. How you doing, Joe? You all right?
I am alive. Yeah, good, man. You?
Yeah, I've got to say, that's the reason why I'm wearing glasses is this eye has gone ballistic again, like it usually does every so often. So, don't think people want to see that on this
Pink
YouTube.
eye.
Well, no, it's not. It's just allergies, and I've got that pigment I've got under my eye. If you've seen before, I've got like a white thing under my eye. It's just flared up and gone bright red. But speaking of the socials, follow us on all your favourite apps: Instagram, Facebook, X, at HHE Pod, because they're staying the same, and also follow us on YouTube at Halloween Horror Events Podcast. And do me as a favour, please hit that thumbs up and that like button. It doesn't cost you anything.
But he's forgot something. He's out of date. TikTok, HHE Pod 1.
Well,
and that's still getting new subscribers, and I've put nothing on it for a month.
Yeah, well, it's the well, we're going to keep it going until it gets banned in the US anyway.
That's what we do.
Sorry?
It's what we do, mate. Anyway, Happy New Year and Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. I've got a bit. I don't know if Joe's got a beer. He just looks frozen at the moment.
Cheers. Happy New Year.
He's blurring his picture out.
Yeah.
Back to the Future. That's quite cool.
Oh, so it's a Universal.
Back to the Future ride, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the Universal mug.
Yeah, it's a classics one with all the rides on it. So, without further ado, we are here to give our thoughts on what we think is going to be coming to Halloween Horror Nights 2025. I've got 5 originals. I think Joel's got 5 TV shows or films. He's got the films.
I've got 5 TV shows.
Yeah, Phil's got the TV shows. Joel's got the movies. Yeah, and that's what we think is going to be coming, or what we want to come to Halloween Horror Nights 2025. But just
can I go first?
Just before we get into it, I would like to say welcome back.
Why are you so excited?
Halloween. Oh, you'll find out.
Joe's lagging.
Yeah, just a little bit, but he'll figure it out. But just like to welcome back what we believe is Mike Aiello is coming back to work for Halloween Horror Nights. If you don't know who Mike Aiello is, he is the legend that runs Halloween Horror Nights. So hopefully, with that,
pre-COVID
coming back, he's been working on Epic, hasn't he? So most of that work's now done. So hopefully, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can have a wander around. And I think Joel's finding a new spot.
Hopefully. You won't lag then.
Yeah. Right, is it better now?
We'll find out.
I don't want to say still. Anyone got vertigo?
I'm closer to the router.
God, that was like going on Rip Ride Rocket.
Yeah, it was actually. That for free. So yeah, that's a bit better. I'll tell you what. Let's go with TV shows.
Yes.
Should we do? What we're going to do? Are we going to do all 5 and then
do all 5 and then after my one, we'll have a quick chat with Joe about his HHN thing, and then we'll go on to another one. Right, okay, TV shows. I've got 5 shows. Some I think will come, some I'm hoped for, and one I don't think will actually ever come, but I've always wanted it there. So, right, so the first one I'm going to go about, this is very simple. bring back The Walking Dead, but Daryl Dixon, right? Because it's in France, and the zombies are like super zombies. Apparently, this is where The Walking Dead's actually zombies started, the walkers. And because someone put something in them, like a costume, they get really fast and more aggressive. What, to me, because it's a different background, different people, Walking Dead's been away ages. What do you think of that?
Still not seen the series.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't matter. That's sheer fact. It's a different Walking Dead. I feel like we could have The Walking Dead back this year.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I never got to see it in the first place when it was there last time. So, yeah, I'd like to see The Walking Dead at the end.
Because it's been, what was it, 28 was the last one, I think?
Yeah.
Last Walking Dead. So it's going on nearly 6-7 years now. It gives me, with that Daryl Dixon one, with the thing, it gives me Dead Exposure, which is an original concept, with the zombies, which are in like Resident Evil 5. You know, the desert one where they're super quick, if you ever played the game. Them zombies.
Oh, so there is normal. People can watch it. There is normal walkers in it, but basically, when they shoot them with a concoction, they go super mental. I mean, they're like rabies zombies is the best way to put it.
Okay.
So I thought that would work. It's Walking Dead, but it's not the original old stuff that everyone's seen. Let's move it to France. Beautiful France as well.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful background, and they've got all the zombies reason. They've got a lot of French stuff already due to some of the Universal Monster House, isn't it?
Yeah, because they use catacombs in Last Event, didn't they? So, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so next one. This one I don't think it's going to come this year, and I really think it should be here. And I know Joe will preach to the gods with me for this one. It's got to be. This is creepy or personified with gore. It is one of the best horror series ever made.
It really
and because
is.
it's not on Netflix because it's not Netflix proper. I know some countries it might be, but most countries it's not. It's not getting the love it deserves.
Who's the producers of it?
It's Paramount. Is it Paramount, isn't it?
Oh, it's
Paramount, yeah.
Could be. Oh, Amazon.
It's so underrated.
Oh, it's brilliant.
They're on season 3 now.
Yeah, sometimes some of the episodes are long-winded, but like, Joe, have you seen the episode when the bloke shows up in the swimming pool, half the swimming pool wall?
No.
Right, so no more spoilers there.
No,
That's the sort of things you'll get.
I'm 3 episodes into season 3.
Okay, so have you seen what's happened to the Asian woman yet?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, God! How good would that be? A horror night scene at home.
Yeah, and the smiley man would be awesome.
Yeah, and the old woman. See, there's so many choices.
Yeah,
it would just work. Joe Simon's like, I ain't got a clue. I've never watched it.
Oh, Simon, you need to watch it.
Finding time, mate.
Well, one of our listeners, I can't remember his name. He said this, and I wasn't going to use it, but the more I think about it, Stranger Things. It's the last year. It comes out.
Joseph Ventura, wasn't it?
Yeah, it could be. It comes out in, I believe, he's saying May, and I'm not sure when it's coming out because, quite frankly, I think it's taken too long for this season to come out. But they've had it so much, you've got to get the very last season in Halloween Horror Nights. If it does happen, spring, summertime, it'll be perfect for Halloween Horror Nights to do the final goodbye. And the Horror Night team will finally, hopefully, sort it out and give us a decent house again because they can do it. We know they can. They did the first one.
Sorry, Joseph Ventura was the guy you had the conversation with.
Yes.
Give him a shout out. Why not?
He has got another one, but we're not adding that because I see it more of a game. Okay, so everyone happy? Do you think Strange Things? That is my one. I think out of all so far, and all of them will probably be there.
I think Stranger Things is definitely going to be coming. If they've still got that deal that we keep hearing about, that they've had a 3-year contract.
Okay, and a nice little curveball now.
Go on.
This it won't happen. It's another Netflix show, and a new season starts again soon. Actually, The Black Mirror. They've had enough horror episodes in it. I think they could do it.
Yeah, it could work.
A Black Mirror original house. Could you imagine getting the writers in of the Black Mirror to design a house for Horror Nights?
Maybe. Yeah.
See?
I think it would work. It is very, very different from what you would expect
Okay, but yeah, I honestly don't see it coming, and I don't see this one coming, but I'd love to see it coming. And I don't know if Joe's actually even got the movie on his thing, but if we can't get the movie, we can get the series what wasn't made, but should have been made. Camp Crystal Lake, Friday the 13th. They were going to make the series. I think it was going to be on Peacock or HBO, and it was like it was getting around the mess of the movies, all the contracts. This is a way around it. They could still do it without the series. Just call it Camp Crystal Lake and do it that way.
Who owns the rights to it?
Well, the movies are a mess, and I think they're only slowly getting sorted out as we speak. I think most of it's been sorted. But Camp Crystal Lake, apparently the series was going to be easy if they did it. But the series, as per normal, when something good's thought up, they cancel it.
Yeah, because it's the budgets, isn't it? Yeah,
come on, Jason's got to be in it, not just the normal Jasons and that. But I haven't seen him, so to me, I'd love to see it. Yeah,
well, the thing is, it's like one of those. It's if they can get the budget, they can get the budget. It's just that whether someone will actually back it. That's the issue. When people have seen Freddy being rehashed into the 10 films he's got, and then all these extra stuff, and Jason goes to space and bothers it. As soon as you say Camp Crystal Lake, oh, what's that? Oh, it's Jason Voorhees. They'll go, oh, it's been done too much.
When was the last time Jason or Freddy was at HHN? Because I still think
no,
Jason.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm talking about the series being canned before it's even died.
I think Freddy was a dead certain last year. I think something just went wrong with the legal rights again. It got too messy and they called it off. I think it was meant to happen last year.
It was pretty much confirmed, wasn't it? Everyone was like, it was on everyone's spectrum.
Yeah,
and then it just disappeared.
So I just think, movie was that could show up, but we're not talking movies first. Show honourable mentions. I've only got 3 really. One, I'd love to have Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Sarah Michelle Gellar lookalikes, and what's her face, the other girl with the black hair, and the ginger girl from American Pie. Give me some of that with the monsters and that in there. Can handle that all day. Stake me any day, Sarah Michelle. That's not wrong. No, that's wrong. I'm not saying that.
It should be you staking her.
We are not going to condone that type of chat. Okay, the next one is, I've heard the rumour, after season 2, Doctor Who is leaving Disney. So the monsters in Doctor Who would make a brilliant house. Doctor Who himself. Not the Doctor, piss the Doctor off, just the monsters. Right, that could be it. And the final one, because I really think they need to redeem this, because the last one was an absolute sack of shit. Chucky. Do it on the 3 seasons. The best parts, and that's it. That's
forget the last bit. Yeah. Just do the ultimate kill count that should have done the other year. Just do the actual ones from the series.
That's it. That's just my honourable 3 mentions. So I don't know if we want to spin over to Joe now and talk his HHN34. What am I doing to my hands?
I don't have no idea. So well, there's Phil's thoughts on what you think the TV shows are. So not TV shows. No, I don't watch TV though.
Could you think of any TV shows?
No, other than From. I'd love to see From, and The Walking Dead. But yeah, other than that,
I said the only series that I've been watching recently is The X-Files. I'm just going through the big, and that's not very scary.
What, the original X-Files or the? Nice.
Well, watching all 13 seasons all the way through takes a long time.
Okay.
So. Yeah. But anyway, so let's move on to Joe, because you did actually go to Halloween Horror Nights, and a very different aspect than what we had. You went at the back end of the event.
I did. I went on the 30th of October, so yeah,
very late.
Yeah.
So, did you first things off? Did you get everything done?
Yeah, we smashed it. We did it with Express.
Happy days. So you did all 10 houses. Did you do the show?
No.
Silly question. Anyway, just give us a quick recap of what you thought of the event then.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't a great year, but I've seen worse years.
Okay.
I mean, I've made some notes on the houses. I was a little bit drunk, so I did make some notes.
Was you drunk making the notes or drunk in the houses?
Both.
Go on then, talk us through it.
All right. Museum, I mean, it wasn't great. It was a good-looking house. The wallpaper, I like the wallpaper people. I thought there were some good scares.
Yeah, the ones that, I did do a masking on that one, and they explained where they were. And when I went through the house twice, there was nobody there. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, when we went in September, there was very short of scare actors, shall we say. I went through the last 5 rooms of that house and not a single scare actor was in it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I liked it. It was a good looking house, but yeah, it was average, you know. Slaughter Cinema, I thought the sections of the actual movies were too short.
Yeah, well, that was the same as what Slaughter Cinema was in the first one. You literally only got 1 room of each one, maybe 2 if you were lucky. And that was the same in the first Slaughter Cinema.
I think a couple of them need their own house. I think the Mardi Gras Murders I'd like to see as its own house.
Yep.
And Blood and Chum, the shark one.
Oh, yeah.
I think it just goes to show that they could do a Jaws house.
Yeah, they could do. Okay. I've not got any of them on mine.
Any more?
So don't worry.
Let's move on.
Monsters. I mean, there's not really much to say about Monsters. I like the snowy graveyard at the start. It reminded me of Graveyard Games. But other than that, what was up with Van Helsing's English accent? Surely there's enough English people out there that they could have actually got an English person to do the accent.
No idea.
Is Van Helsing English, though?
Well, she had an English accent. Well, I say an English accent, a very poor one.
In all fairness, sorry, American listeners, they all think we talk like Harry Potter and
exactly.
Listen to us. This is how we talk.
Yeah.
And there's something else on it, but I can't talk about it while we're recording. I'll tell you when we're not recording.
Oh, bonus episode.
What's your favourite? That's interesting. We won't go through all the houses. What did you think of? What was your favourite?
You know what my favourite was.
Right. So you were a twosome one.
Fuck that. That was my least favourite. But we'll get to that.
Come on.
My favourite was Insidious by a country mile.
Had to be everyone's.
Yeah, and
it was the only one that was scary.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, I mean, it was literally they were coming at you from every single angle.
Did you get?
Everyone's threshold of scares are different.
I know, but did you get pinball at the end?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always sort of hold back a little bit, so I let the people in front of me go.
Yeah. To be honest, I think everyone who went through that back at the last 2 rooms got pinballed because I think there's that many scare actors in it. It doesn't matter where you were in the conga line.
Could you imagine if they were allowed to lightly touch you, how much better that would have been out of this world? Wow.
Yeah. Did you want me to go through all the houses or just tell you my next favourite one?
Go for your next few, mate. Let's not do them all.
Right. Okay, right. We're gonna have an argument now. My second favourite.
Dickhead.
Triplets of Terror.
Fucking shit.
Right, no, hear me out. Right. That was everything a fucking
but not the worst.
No, fuck off.
Not the worst, but shit.
That was everything a haunted house should be. It had gore.
What? Not scary.
Yeah, but none of them are fucking scary, apart from
not scary,
Insidious.
And no one knew the storyline because it was a bit of a mess.
Yeah, but other than Insidious, what houses were scary? At least it had a shitload of gore in it.
And it had two bits of a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciated it more because I did the unmasking on triplets. That's what I explained to Phill on I think it was the last one or the one before. I enjoyed triplets more back in my mind after going through the unmasking the horror tour. Because you got the whole story.
Let's not talk unmasking or podcast because apparently that upsets people if you decide before the event to actually take notes of this stuff to enjoy the event more. So let's not talk about that.
You're really in that mood tonight, aren't you?
Really savage.
Well, no, Joe. Apparently, Horror Nights is just as scary as it ever used to be. It's rubbish saying it's family friendly these days because everyone's scare levels are different. Yeah, that's totally true. But to say it's exactly the same before pre-COVID is absolute bullshit.
Can you tell me when we're not recording who that's aimed at?
I'm sure if someone else listens, they know who I'm talking about as well.
I think they'll all know who you're talking about. Rob, carry on.
All right, let me just give one more honorary mention to Monstrous.
I like that.
Yeah.
Not the end.
The woman eating the baby. I mean, that's pure fucking horror. That's what we want to see. I mean,
there you go. There's your other
I
house with pure horror. There you go. That's better than triplets.
yeah, but Triplets was pure gore. And like we keep calling it Halloween Family Nights, they're giving us gore.
They gave us score in 3 houses, mate. We just need it in 5. That's what I want. 5 houses with gore. I want Rhino in 5 houses. Gore, gore, gore.
And yeah, all right, we'll move on. But Major Suites was probably the worst house I think I've ever been through.
Yeah, again, I think that's because I did that thing like I did 6 House one. I had a bit more appreciations for it because I knew stuff that others didn't. So that's all I'll say about it.
All right.
That's how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, so...
oh, no, before we go any further, one more, because I want to see Simon's reaction. Tell us about Ghostbusters, mate.
Well, I was pissed off when I came out of it, right? And I've watched... I watched a walkthrough a couple of nights ago on YouTube, and yeah, it was good, but I was just pissed off coming out of it because the library ghost told me to hurry up.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, so it put me in a bad mood. So yeah, also fuck that scare actor. But anyway, move on.
Scare actor was probably having a bad night, and he probably wasn't because of you.
Yeah, but there's having a bad night, but that's what the ushers are there for. That's what
them ushers this year were little kids. Oh, sorry, can't call it family.
The thing that pissed me off the most is I wasn't standing still. I wasn't just fucking standing there. I was walking, and she like sort of waved me through. It just took me out of it. You know?
Generally, I just generally ignore them. If there's nothing really behind me and there's no one really in front of me, I'm not speeding up for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, if any scare actors do listen to us, let us know.
What do you think of the scare zones?
If you're doing that.
I like the zombie one. I thought that was okay. I like how sort of contained it is.
It was the swamp.
Yeah, the swamp one. Yeah,
swamp, thank you. I forgot about that because it was so small.
Swamp Dead, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sinister and Surreal was just non-existent. Yeah. It was just a chainsaw hold every time I walked through it.
Okay.
Other than that, nothing. The Blumhouse one could have been good, but everyone was just stopping the actors for selfies.
It was a waste of time. And
it's a designated selfie zone, isn't it? Now?
Yeah.
Okay, and out of 10, mate, what would you give the whole the horror event? Because you can't say family.
7.
That's not bad. Higher than I gave it.
I think we give it 6.5, didn't we? Or something?
We weren't impressed. But with Mikey Boy coming back, and I won't say surname.
Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't say it.
Sorry, Mr. Hello. Mike Hello, do apologise.
I'm just going to call him Mike. Hello! Hello! Yeah. Okay, should we get back into the actual what people were here for? Our predictions. So what do you want to do next, boys?
Go on then, Joe. You give us your 5 movies.
Let's just get my notes. Right. The first one, I don't think we'll see it because I think the rights will be a mess, but Scary Movie.
Oh, no. This is needed because we'll never get Scream. So Scary Movie is the answer. But funny, we always need a comedy house. I want Scary Movie.
It would definitely work in a Halloween Horror Nights house, but like I say, if they did it the same way, if they did it the same way they did with in the film, call them by different names, like Drew Decker.
Yeah,
for Drew Barrymore.
Really works. And Scary Movie's back.
Yeah.
They're back. The Wayans brothers are back in charge of it. So this, for me, is a win.
I just think that they won't get it because the rights will be a mess because they've got so many IPs.
Don't you want the bed scene with the clown with the big penis?
No, I think Joe just wants the glory holes everywhere.
Oh, yeah, he wanted the toilet scene, from the cinema. No, Joe, I 100% think that'll work because you're never going to get Scream. So let's get the WhatsApp version.
Yeah. Yeah. Ghostbusters 2.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, I know there was a couple of little Easter eggs in this year's house. But yeah, I think Ghostbusters 2. We've had the original. Now let's have number 2.
Yeah, because you can easily enough do the train scene. That'd be quite easy enough to do. You just have a bright light shine.
I'd love to see somehow figuring out how to do a sewer scene.
Yeah, and a big Statue of Liberty.
Well, you don't really need a big statue. You just need the head, don't you?
But exactly. Like what they did with Stay Puft in the first house.
Good work.
Yeah.
It depends if that. Well.
Oh yeah, the LED screens is though they can do the painting as well, easy. The moving painting part, so that would be easy.
Well, we know they've got the costumes.
And every once in a while, instead of an LED screen, have a rectangle, looks like an LED screen, and the guy jumps out at you. That'd be brilliant.
Yeah, they had Ray Vigo, didn't they?
Yeah.
In the last house, so yeah, good shout.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be this year. If they did it, I don't think it'll be this year though. I think it'll be next year. Or a few years down the line. I think they give Ghostbusters a rest for a couple of years. I think.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks. And the next one, mate.
Yeah, It. I'd like to see It.
I think everyone wants It.
There's many clowns we
original,
want.
Original or new?
Original.
I'd take either. To be fair.
Yeah, original though.
Haven't they got a Pennywise series coming out as well soon?
It's the story of Derry, and it's the origin story of Pennywise.
So again, that goes into the series thing. Oh, we got a series and a movie together.
I know this has already been done, but I didn't get to do it, so I'm going for The Exorcist.
I think I did.
Original.
They didn't do the original, did they?
Yeah, original 20.
Yeah, did you? I went to that, yeah. I went to
26, and it was literally just all you could smell in the whole area was puke.
Yeah. Good house. That was a good year, actually.
Yeah, I'd like to see that one. Shit.
Did you just fart?
No, I just knocked my vape on the floor. 1 sec.
Oh dear. Well, this is professionalism at its best. Welcome back, Joe.
Right, I'm back. Right, my number one. I mean, this would make me book a flight straight away.
Can I just guess the first letter of it?
Yeah.
Starts with a T.
Yeah.
And it has a character begin with an A.
Yeah.
We all know.
Yeah, I'd love to see Terrifier.
This would be Insidious House of the Bloody Year to me.
Mm-hmm.
This would be gory. This would be. I'd want this more than It because this actually fits Horror Nights better.
Yeah.
And they could do with what your hat is saying, do Terrifier 3 and bring Christmas into it.
Yes.
Because then you could technically sneak in Krampus there a little bit as well.
But it's not even a hard one. Only 2 people, I believe, own the rights to Terrifier. So this would be a very easy contract to sort out.
Well, is it not 2 people who own the right to Art the Clown now? Because the guy who originally did it in the Hallows Eve,
Hallows Eve.
I watched that last week. God, he was terrible.
Yeah, but he's saying he actually owns the right to Art the Clown, and Damien Lowe Thornton's fighting over it or something. I don't know. I just heard a rumour that they're fighting over who actually owns the character.
You boys have both seen the third one, right?
Oh yeah, loved it.
Holy shit.
Well, I actually tell you, the first 20 minutes kind of dragged a little bit, but once he got going, he got going.
I don't know what people were on about with the opening scene. It was fine.
Oh, what? I'll tell you what is it? Is it the gym scene, the shower scene? Oh,
the shower scene was next level.
That needs to be Horror Nights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like them. Any honourable mentions you can think of?
No, I'm done.
Okay,
I'm just going to go and say it because if we're talking about Christmas, we've got to get Gremlins at some point.
Krampus back again.
Yeah, I think we might get Gremlins this year. I don't know why.
See, Krampus would be another great one. I remember that's 26 as well, and that was a really good house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that was the first ever house I did in was Krampus, funny enough. I really want a Christmas themed house this year. I am begging for it.
They do work.
Because they're cold.
Well, yeah.
So you've got things like, as you alluded to earlier, Jaws could come.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting. Killer Sharks. From Mars. I don't know if that's a real film I just made up. But yeah, there are so many films.
It'd be so easy for them to do Jaws. I mean,
I just made a new movie, Killer Sharks from Mars.
Killer Sharks. Okay.
Sharknado.
What about the Meg?
Yeah, Sharknado. Though. That's an easy one.
Part
of that was filmed at Universal.
If they're going to do anything like that, they've got to do that Catnado.
I've seen that.
Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus.
Didn't you see about real life though? About that underground volcano going off and it sent up mutant sharks? That's true life.
Oh, mad.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
You're taking a piss?
No, it's true. Happened this week.
Anyway. Right, so we've got a little bit. I've got plenty of time for this. Anyway, right. So I'm the master, according to these. I'm the historian. So I've got the of the originals that I want back, but an updated version. Well, an updated version and to carry on the story. So my first one was the first year I went, back in 2008. I want Reflections of Fear back, which was the house that was based on Bloody Mary. And what it did, it obviously say her name 3 times and she appears. But what she did is she tried to get rid of your fear by making your fear happen. So if you're scared of spiders.
Just quick on movies. Because you said say the name 3 times. How the hell did we forget Candyman?
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, back to Simon. That's something mentioned.
I want Reflection of Fear back. Because you can play on people's fears. So if you've got a fear of bugs, you get put in a room full of bugs. If you get a fear of spiders, you get spiders thrown at you. Just play on everyone's fears.
If you've got a fear of work, well, that's just generally Gen Z.
Well, you've probably offended maybe 1% of our listeners. So
couldn't give a fuck.
But yeah, that's. I think if we carry on the story for Reflection, I know it's a bit awkward with the rights of Bloody Mary and they got sued for it, but screw it. It's my thoughts.
Could we get Mary Bloody in instead?
Who owns the rights to Bloody Mary then?
Yeah, I thought it's just an ancient myth.
It's an art. Yeah. There is an actual person who said it's stolen content, even though it's an urban legend. But anyway, not going there. Another one. This is very, very left field for a lot of people. I want a sequel to Interstellar Terror. It's back in Halloween Horror Nights 18.
Joe looks so cute.
Yeah. Well, it's back in the same year as Halloween Horror Nights 18, but you was on a spaceship and you were trapped on the spaceship when everyone's gone absolutely doolally and try and kill everyone. But instead of that, I want people to turn into zombies. And you're actually in a spaceship and you cannot get out. No matter what happens, you cannot get out because you're being chased by everything. So you're in outer space and you're in space. It's something it's a bit like one of these.
They haven't done a proper space.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We haven't had a space alien kind of thing. So this could kind of bring in different things where the crew are killing to survive, so they have to kill you so you don't turn into one of them and stuff like that. A bit like The Thing. Instead of it being mutants, it's actually just people. And which one's next? A lot of people hated this house, but I actually loved it. It was Seeds of Extinction. We had rumours, I think, last year, Seeds of Extinction 2. We had Seeds of Extinction 2? No, we haven't. We had rumours of it, didn't we? But it was at Halloween Horror Nights 28, but this time I say the plants get their full revenge. Rather than taking over. It was literally, plants had taken over, the human race had started to die and resign, and the plants took over. I just want to follow on from that original house. I think it'd work, especially in today's modern society, people being scared of plants. You eat the plants eat you.
Okay, cool,
worst
Jay.
nightmare. Anyway.
I was waiting to break out into a rap, I really am. People, you need to see this on YouTube.
And I'm going to leave that one to the end. One that I think Phill would want back, and I don't know if you did this one. I want to see a sequel to Dead Waters, which was back in 27.
No, I didn't do that.
It was the one with the riverboat and the Voodoo Queen. Did you go through 27, mate? I can't remember, Phill. Did you go then?
I might have missed 27. I think I did 26, 28, 29 and onwards. I haven't missed one since then.
Well, this was the one with the Voodoo Queen, and you went into the bayou, and there was a sunken riverboat in the house. And
because of the scare zone.
Sorry?
The scare zone was just on the bayou, so it's like they've got the stuff right now to do it.
Yeah, but there was a riverboat sunken in the house, and you could see the water, and it also was wonky as well. So you could take a different path, and it was a little bit on the wonky side.
Donkey.
Wonky donkey.
That's a school thing.
Yeah, and my last one, which you can't have any originals that are not going to come back and don't have the body collectors at some point. And this one, I want them to be in winter, so it's nice and cold in the house. I want them to be technically bringing in Shady Brook Asylum, so you've got all the Universal monsters and all the Universal lore, like Jack, Eddie, Cindy, the Undertaker. They're all locked up in the Shady Brook Asylum, and the body collectors are destroying them to restart the horror events and stuff. That's
bit like he's a bit like Arkham, isn't it? Out of Batman, all the best villains in there.
Well, if you know anything about Halloween Horror Nights lore, Shady Brook Asylum is the asylum where Jack and Eddie were born and where everyone's been sent to, and Jack was broke out of it, and it's the one that they use, and they bring the lore from there. So I want the Body Collectors in winter with Shady Brook Asylum, which I know we have something similar to it in the past, but I want to bring it back because I'm just like that. I like that old stuff. And that's really it for me. I don't know if you guys have got any originals.
Plain and simple, Graveyard Games. I'd love another one of them.
Yeah.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
And I just think they've got to do, it won't come this year, but they need to do another Slaughter Cinema, because the name's there now, Slaughter Cinema 3D. And every room has to be 3D based. If it's the special paint they use, or the ones where they give you the cheap glasses. I know one of the rooms in Slaughter Cinema 2, if you had the old glasses on, it was 3D in there. But quite frankly,
I would like an original house to be back to 3D with a chroma deck 3D. They do work if they're done right. Asylum in Wonderland 3D was absolutely mental in the Shrek Cube.
Do you know, there's no one thing that none of us want it back, and in theory, you could say it's been a movie and it's been an original. No one brought up Universal Monsters. Interesting.
Well, I think everyone's monstered out now.
Yeah, and I think with Epic being opening later on this year, I think we've got the monsters now. That's it. Yeah. I don't think we're going to get them Halloween Horror Nights now. The promo's gone for it.
I think it is. I think everyone's just a little bit monsters again.
Oh, I'm out. I nothing, because I know it was woman based and people say, oh, you're just being sexist, but it wasn't. It just wasn't a good house, the last one. I feel like they run out of ideas. It was just the same old again. Yeah. I mean, again, you want to do a bio, why don't you do the creature fight? If that's going to be the last ever one, do that. Give everyone what they want, the creature.
I think they'll just keep doing it.
Or they'll bring back the original lot again. The biggies vampires.
Everyone wants the creature, but the problem is with the creature one, it's got water based, and when they did that water based house, them scenes from Walking Dead,
had a lot of water based in what's it called just now, didn't they? What's it called? The movie, the one you have to be really quiet in.
Quiet Place.
Yeah, that one. There was water part. There's a lot of water parts in that one. They got around it.
Yeah. Anyway,
but I think Anyway, so that's it. Joe, you got any originals you can think of?
No, I mean, I'd love to see Graveyard Games 2. That's still to this day one of my favourite houses.
Yeah, it's coming up to 6 years for that now, so
it's good timing.
Yeah. So I think we'll call it there.
Minions.
I think we'll call it there, guys. I think
it wouldn't surprise me.
Thoughts.
Yeah, I think that's a good episode, guys. Not super long. Yeah. Welcome back into a new year. I think there's some great predictions there. Anybody at home, if you've got any predictions on YouTube or X, what we're not going to be using much for anymore, and Instagram, we're on all of them. Comment down below. Yeah. I'll put a picture up and say, what do you think is coming for 2025? What is HHN34? Because they can't make their mind up. Just to make one thing I really want this year was not have a shit tribute store again.
Well, I think we're at a phase now where things are hopefully going to start ramping back up.
Honourable mentions for movies as well. Meg 2, come on, it's got to be coming. This year's movie. It's coming out this year. And the Black Phone 2, they're both coming out this year. So if we get a Blumhouse, I can see it being one of them on their own or both of them together.
Anyway,
thinking that until now.
Always thinking of something different. So, like we said, follow us on the socials at HHGPod, at HHGPod1 on TikTok. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. It is free, doesn't cost you anything. So, from me, stay drunk and get haunted.
I forget haunted. That sounds bad to me. Stay drunk and get haunted. Well, from me, seeing your nightmares and stay epic. Put it the first time, the last time.
Good night, sweet screams, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Ooh, tiptoe through the window.
Hey guys, I've got a spoiler, and I know every house.
Moving one-way exit is approaching. Please watch your step.